Hey everyone, it's Veronica. So today I'm going to do a necklace, and this is going to be in honor of Wendy because she just loves the sea, the ocean, and the sand and the shells and all that. So I figured I'd do something and dedicate it to her, and having stuff in my stash. And some of you will probably recognize this. It was, I believe, last year. Was it last year that they had this as part of the bargain bead box? And I know that Wendy had patinaed hers or colored hers and made a necklace with hers. So today, of course, I'm not going to do that with this. I'm just going to leave it as it is and use silver components and everything that's just beautiful blue. I have some, this is actually marbled jade, smooth round. This is 10 millimeters, but this is actually crushed shell, then shaped into a bead. This is 8 millimeter. These are about 11 millimeter, also shell, crushed shell, then I guess made back into a bead, and it almost looks like a howlite. This is matte, so it's not shiny. This one has been polished, and I'm going to be hopefully using some bead caps. If not, I mean, they're just there. I have some of the mermaid stone or moonstone. The beautiful shimmer inside, the light that flashes inside, just beautiful. And these here are, I guess they're rondelles, but they are more of a very, I guess, stout barrel bead. And the opaque that has that beautiful seafoam color. And what else? For a pop of color, I have my little disc rondelles here, or heishi, whatever you want to call them, just for a pop of color. It's like imitation howlite, and also the starfish that are also imitation howlite, and be able to get those on, place them intermittently. I don't know, I haven't thought of the design yet, but I hopefully it'll come out just fine. And just some various sizes in my jump rings, and of course I have to have some sparkle, and I do have finally found them. My little, they're like the flat bicones, so they look like saucer beads, but I'm so excited. So for a bit of sparkle, I'm going to be using those. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to use, so I just took out whatever I had. I have my, these are very, very, very excellent crimp beads, okay? And I'm going to be using the clamshell to end the necklace. And I have my stainless steel Koreana chain that we're going to use. I'm not sure how much we're going to use just yet. So, although I do like a 17-inch necklace, and being that this is a very large focal, I want to be able to have this sit probably right on my sternum. So I probably won't go more than 17 inches on the necklace. This will then sit right on my sternum here. So we'll probably have to use, as you can see how far down that large hole is, perhaps use 2 jump rings. So I am going to get everything set in which the way I like it, and we'll go from there, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I got it all figured out as to at least the start on one side. And you know, I tried it. It looks good. However, I'm just not used to big beads. So being these are 10 millimeter, I never use these. It's, for me, it's, I don't know. I like 8 millimeter and under, but you know what? They're in my stash and they are beautiful summer theme, and I'm just going to go with it and see what happens. So with this, I took a head pin and I took one of my saucer beads front and back, and then just brought it up and made a loop because I didn't want to have to put 2 jump rings out and then have 2 separate strands. I just wanted to be able to make it so that the strand can go through here. So in case you're wondering if you wanted to do the same, that's essentially all I did. So I just made a little loop for the chain to go through, and it'll hang on there nicely. Okay, so I want to get at least one end clipped, and I decided not to use the bead caps because they're just getting stuck, because I had to try it out. They get stuck on the chain too much, and it's just a pain. All right, so I have that on here just in case. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with this here. I'm going to put it on one side, at least as we are working it. Although I want to put one of these on. Oops, I have to get another one because that one is broken. But I want to put one on each side of that loop in the back of the starfish focal, so that it kind of just covers that space. Okay, so one on each side. Okay, so it'll sit like that. Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and start this, and like I said, I'll do what I think is good right for now, and I kind of want to end off the rest of the bracelet with these going up to the to the end. So we'll see. Let me see what happens. All right, then. It's going to go in between the two 10 millimeter marble jade. It's dyed. So, and then of course the pink for the pop of color. Put 2 of them together. I did try 3, it was too much. So we'll see what happens. Put one of these barrel rondelles, whatever you want to call them. And then the starfish here. And I decided to pull out some shells that I have here, because if you can see, the big space right in here, you could actually fit something that has a point, which is exactly what I'm going to do here with the seashell. So that'll fit snugly right in next to that starfish. So I won't have to have such a big gap between the starfish legs and the next bead and show that chain too much, which is okay, I suppose, if that's the way you want it. But I prefer to just be able to see if I can tuck in. Let's see. telling you, I don't know if it's my age. I just can't seem to hold on to anything anymore. Everything falls out of my fingers. See how it fits in there, and it covers some of that so you don't get this huge space of the silver chain showing. And then I'm going to go from here. Let's see what happens. If I like it this way, then what I'll do is I'll do the other side, of course, off camera, so you don't have to watch me do it all. And then I'll just come back to do. So that's actually not too bad. I think it's cute. Now I want to go and do, you know what? How about another one of these? And then another one of the polished shell bead. This is the 8mm. So yeah, that looks kind of cute. I think so. Alright, and then I want to go like, let's see if this works. See, again, I'm not that good on the fly. I have to do some planning. Some people are just like really good at that, you know. I mean, and then again, I just don't do it. I like to plan my things out. And then if I do this, and then 3 more. I'd like to do an entire necklace with just these and that pop. So I'm going to see if I have enough, because I definitely want to make one with just these and then have a beautiful focal point, a focal on the necklace. So I just want to see. And then, so now I have to see if the other side will fit this amount. Yeah, 2 and 3. So let's see. Alright, now, because I gotta bring all this stuff and do the same thing to the other side. So hopefully it'll all fit. So yeah, that's actually not bad. I think it's kind of cute. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other side just like this. If I make any changes, of course you'll know when I come back. So just give me a second and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have it all set here. Now, because I'm using chain, you know, there's only a little bit left, so I'm not worried about that little bit showing towards the back of my neck. And I can go ahead and put my little crimp on there, my clamshell, and then inside with the crimp bead. Now, if you decide you want to put a crimp bead and crimp these right in place there, you can do that. And I'm going to try to do that while I'm sitting here, because I have them where they're where it's equal on both sides, and it wasn't easy getting it that way. So I figured, you know what, if this thing shifts while I'm wearing it, I would rather have it at least in place. So what I'm going to do is take a crimp bead. Now you're going to need two tools for this. Hold on. I want to make sure that it's nice and even. And you don't have to do this step. I'm only doing it because I want them to stay in place. So I'm going to I have to get my other tool ready, and I got to find it now. Oh, Lord have mercy. Here it is. Okay, so I am going to gently put this down. Okay, so I want to get it on there. So what I want to do is hold this here, let it drop down. Okay, and if you're worried about holding it in your fingers, take another tool and hold that. Because like I said, this should be pretty even. And I'm going to go ahead, and I know it's kind of hard to see because it's dark, but I want to keep it straight. So I'm going to go in. Try to get a hold of that, because I know sometimes they kind of slip down in the hole just a wee bit. Once you get a hold of it, give it a good grip, okay? And then you can let that side go now so they won't fall. So I'm going to do the same thing here. So what I'm going to do is show you with using two tools. So as I place this down in here, if I can get it through there, and then I let it drop, instead of holding with my left hand, I could actually hold with the tool to kind of give my hand a little bit of a rest. And then I can come in and then find that bead and squeeze it. Okay, I definitely want to make sure that that is tight enough. Okay. So sometimes just always double check that. Now from here, like I said, I don't care if it's got a little bit left over, because it is, this is 16.5 inches, so I don't want to cut any more off, because these are going to give me, between these and my lobster claw here and a jump ring, is going to give me about another half inch to 3/4 of an inch. So with that, now I could take my other, whoops, I want to make sure I get my clamshell on. So I want to open this just a little bit so I can get in there. I want to bring this in here, bring that down, and then go ahead with another bead. Let that go down in the center. Okay. And then, of course, this is where it's going to wiggle and wobble, so just do the best that you can. There we go. Okay, so obviously it's too long and I should have done it at the end, so I'm just gonna have to do the same on this side. Duh, I was just sitting here telling you I was gonna do it at the end. Anyway, so I'm gonna cut that off, and then I'm just gonna have to extend it with some jump rings, excuse me. So again, this is perfect to see that mistakes are made and how to recover from them. So I was just gonna make sure I had it just at the end and had a little bit of change showing, but since I did not do that, I'm going to show you how we can recover from that. So what I have to do, obviously, is cut off this excess. I was hoping not to use all those jump rings. So just make sure you cut off enough where it's not hanging out of the clamshell. So then you're going to gently close that, and it is going to wobble and all kinds of stuff. Just try to do the best that you can. Get a grip on that. close. Okay. All right, so now I have to do the same thing to this side, being that I didn't pay attention to myself. We're gonna go ahead and put that on, actually open that a little bit. It's easier to get inside there when you're trying to crimp when it's a little bit more open. Although it becomes a pain to try to close. Okay. Yeah, I have been working on videos and projects all day, so I think my brain has had it, and this is the last one for tonight. And I am done because I am pooped. Absolutely pooped out. Okay, so let me try to get in there, and I know it's hard to see again. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I'm going to have to try to grip with this one here. Oh, for Lord's sake. Alright. So I lost the little crimp bead. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm back. Yes, it is definitely too short now that I've made that boo-boo. So we're just going to go ahead and add some jump rings to add some length to it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, these are all my little... I think the outside is 4mm. On the inside, it's like 3.5 or something. I don't know, because these are really tiny. And they seem a little bit smaller than my regular 4mm. So what I'm going to do is, well, first we have to close these. So I'm going to make sure that it is really closed. Let's see. All right, so they're closed. So let me see. I'm going to open up a couple of these, and so I'll probably need, because they're so tiny. Wow, and really stiff, because these are like my 18 gauge. So I'm going to come in and close that. Oh my. They're that tiny. So I think what I'll do is just do the 2, and then I'll go up to my 5 or 6mm. Hold on. Alright, so basically all I did was just added some jump rings. These are my 6mm stainless steel, and these are, I think these are 18 gauge. Yeah, they're 18 gauge, but anyway, so they're very sturdy. And so I added, of course, a larger one of the 8mm for the clasp, and so just added enough so that it sits perfectly right where I want it to. So what I'm going to do is turn this around and put it on, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, so here it is. I think it is actually very adorable. And so here's that. Oh, I gotta turn the star this way, because sometimes it sits at a certain way. I've made necklaces with these stars before. Actually, a couple of years ago I used them. So yeah, you can get them so that they are pointed in the right direction. So yeah, I think that's adorable, actually. I think it does look good. And so you're able to see it clearly because I have this black on, so you can see the detail. But I guess, you know, if you're outside in the, you know, at the beach, whatever it is that you're doing in the summertime, being outside in the summer sun, you can see it very clearly. But I think that this is nice, very nice. It actually came out better than I expected, so I'm very happy. And having that blue shimmer on the not the blue shimmer, but the shimmer on the inside of these little moonstones, imitation moonstones anyway. So yeah, and then of course your sparkle that you'll get when it hits the light just right. All right, everyone, I think that's it. I was going to do a pair of earrings, but this one went on way too long, so my apologies. But again, it's, you know, when we make mistakes, it's okay. And a way to recover is to, and you'll figure it out. Sometimes it's like you don't have to throw the whole thing out. And yeah, I am very tired at this point because I have just been since, oh gosh, when did I get up? 4:30. I just had my coffee, already started designing, and then went to the store and got myself some breakfast, and then it's been nonstop. I've done a couple of videos and everything, so yeah, I'm pretty wiped at this point. You probably can tell by hearing my voice. And yeah, so I'm a little slow on the draw, and I wasn't thinking, but you know, again, you always can turn some lemon into lemonade. So everyone, I hope that you have a beautiful and glorious night. God loves you, and I just pray for you all, and happy beading, and peace to you all. Mwah. See you soon. Bye-bye.